An Indiana Supreme Court report says the bar passage rate declined last year to 63%, down from 71% just 2 years ago. Leaders say younger attorneys aren't replacing older ones, with rural areas being hit the hardest. Clayton Baumgarth looks at how an attorney shortage affects rural populations.
The court says the state has about 2 lawyers for every 1,000 residents. That's below the nationwide average of 4 lawyers per 1,000 residents, putting Indiana in the bottom 10 nationally. And as Bernice Corley, executive director of the Indiana Public Defender Council, puts it, we're not alone.
It's national. Indiana is not by itself. Fewer people are going to law school. Fewer people see a future in law. Why that is, I don't know.
Corley was one of the speakers at the Summit for Rural Justice and Public Health Professionals held in Wabash this year. While the attorney shortage is a national problem, its effects are felt most in rural areas where the lack of attorneys is causing legal experts to raise alarms. The American Bar Association considers any county with less than 1 lawyer per 1,000 people a legal desert. In Indiana, it's estimated that 46 to 60 of Indiana's 90 counties fit that definition. That covers all of the state's 42 rural counties and then some.
So what do we do to attract people to come and serve and see the beauty of a rural community and how that can be a very positive lifestyle and very nice for families and for single people who just want to try something different?
A few ideas are being shared about how rural areas can attract new attorneys. One idea Corley mentioned is regionalization, where smaller counties would share a chief public defender and a pool of attorneys. Another is to increase the benefits of working in a small community.
Often these people are working on contract or part-time. Provide them health insurance to encourage or incentivize them to stay. Do other efforts to make sure that these people have a working condition that is conducive to doing their job.
Others say streamlining the education process and making it more appealing to students are keys. Joel Schum, a clinical professor at the McKinney School of Law at IU, says the school has switched how it teaches its students in an effort to make the learning process more convenient for those living outside of urban areas.
Our evening program used to be 5 nights a week. Students would have to drive to law school for classes 2 hours a night, 5 nights a week. Now we have a hybrid program, so students only have to be in Indianapolis twice a week.
Additionally, in 2019, McKinney started the Rural Justice Initiative, a placement program for students. Those selected after their second year spend 200 hours working in a rural county on a stipend. Schum says the program is just as helpful for those communities as it is for the students.
There's some counties with one judge who has to do everything, and so to be able to have some help from someone who's legally trained has been helpful to the judge, but mostly it's been helpful to our students to be able to experience that and hopefully decide whether that's something that they may want to do after they graduate.
Nathan Lund is one of the students who went through the Rural Justice Initiative this past summer in DeKalb County. He says that getting practical experience as part of his degree has been massively beneficial.
There's nothing like being in the courtroom itself. I learned so much from attorneys that were 3 years out of law school and then attorneys that were 40 years out of law school.
Lund witnessed firsthand the issues that arise while working in a small county.
You have these attorneys that are in 3 or 4 or 5 different firms, and so you have a lot of conflicts.
Another student, Hope Rice, says the program helped her realize the benefits of working in a rural community.
It also showed me that Indy wasn't the only option for me. So it really did kind of totally rewire my brain in what I thought I wanted to do, where I wanted to do it.
Whether the solution to the attorney shortage is regionalization, added benefits, or giving students firsthand experience, Corley says something must change.
I think we'll always kind of wrestle with an attorney shortage, and I really think communities are going to have to learn how to do more with less. And that's going to take cooperation, that's going to take giving up some independence to work together to get what is needed for a system.
For Indiana News Desk, I'm Clayton Baumgarth.
Indiana Chief Justice Loretta Rush said this week she will convene a group to study the future of the legal profession.